Okay, I forgot to lock my white balance. Classic slip. You'll see some color changes, but the setup still works. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with my assistant Priscilla.
Hey guys.
She's going to be helping me today with flash photography outdoors. Right now I'm using a Godox setup. I have my transmitter and my receiver, and then I have my 55 to 250 millimeter lens, my Canon 90D. So I'm using a zoom lens for this, yes. The next one I'll do will be with a prime lens, just to show you the difference. Right here I have my Godox 24 by 24 inch softbox. I have my Sigma flash. It doesn't sync properly with this, but I made it to work. So yeah, we'll see how many good shots I can get with this. I'm here to show you that you can get any amazing photo in broad daylight with a little softbox and a speed light. You don't need that much power as they say that you do. Yes, you do need more power to overpower the sun, but if you find a small space like this, some shade, you can make it work. Let's get to it. There. As you can see, this should look a lot more appealing. The background is blinking, a little bit overexposed, but like I said, that shouldn't be detrimental to what you're doing. The background isn't my subject, so I shouldn't worry about that. Now that I feel like I have the proper exposure that I want, I can take a couple more shots on the side here like this, because light's hitting her from this side is darker, so I want to fill the light and the shadows here. The light is already hitting on this side, so that's not my concern. Very good. So yes, if your answer or your question, I guess, was, can you use a speed light with the softbox that's 24 by 24 outside and overpower the sun? The answer is yes. Will you have to use more power? Yes. Because of that, I don't use lithium batteries. Like I said, this is an older system. So the batteries is Duracell batteries, just AA's, AAA's, very cheap, not very strong. So make sure when you grab yourself a speed light, you grab lithium batteries. They will have enough charge for you doing what you want to do. And if you shoot at a higher power, you go ahead and do that, and you can always just take it off and recharge it. Now I'm going to take a couple more shots, move the light around, and then I'm going to edit the footage and get back to you. As you can see, this being overexposed to the sky, that's not that bad. Sky being blown out, if you don't want any details there, you're fine. If you did, then you might not want to do that. But my main concern is my subject being properly exposed. Ooh, as you can see, I am pretty overexposed. You can see it even blinking at me right now. So that means that I have to either turn down the power, or I can close down my aperture more, my f-stops. That's much better. All right, now I moved Priscilla onto the other side, get a different position, see how it's gonna look. Right now, she's posed. I have her one leg, her left leg up against the wall, right leg standing still. I have arms crossed, one arm up on the chin. Looks a bit more girl boss. You know, I'm trying here. Now, another thing you want to remember when you're doing flash photography is that you always want to be aware of how much power you need. You don't want to be underpowered, and you also don't want to be overpowered. Now, we were in that corner over there. When she was sitting down, I had the aperture. I remember I stopped it down at 6.3. Now, that might be too dark because I let less light in because we were facing the sun. Now we're facing away from the sun, so we'll see. It might be too dark here. Before you want to shoot, if you're outside, I would use aperture priority. Determines your aperture because the light changes. But when you're indoors, I would suggest you use manual. It'd be much better. I have her just where I want her. Going to go back to face tracking right here. Find her face. Go to my, why am I on servo? I want one shot. There we go. Now, That's not bad exposure, but like I said, because we were over facing the sun before when she was sitting, I had to stop down my aperture, so I let less light in. Now we're facing the corner away from the sun, so I have to open up my aperture now to let more light in. Don't have to touch the power, don't have to move the light, nothing. All I'm gonna do, I'm at f9. I'm gonna open that aperture to f5.6. See how that is. Hopefully that's not too overexposed. Perfect. Not overexposed, a little bright, but I can always bring that down in editing. I'll stop it down by 1. So from 5.6 to 6.3 now. Perfect. Type of exposure that I was going for. Now, I want to move her away from the wall because I want to have a darker background. So I'm going to have you, Priscilla, step away from the wall there. Right there. I'm going to angle the light so it's not facing the wall. I want it to hit her. So now I moved my subject further away from the wall, and if I want to have a darker background, I just have to stop my aperture down to close the hole to allow less light in. Let's see. So right now I'm at f6.3. See, now I have the background extremely dark, but a nice light on my subject. Makes a nice moody shot. Today, that was what the lesson was. I hope you learned something today. Thank you, my assistant Priscilla, for helping us. She'll be back in another video sometime. She's a very busy girl. And yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. It's not the most professionalism, but it was just a quick little example for beginners to just get out there, give it a shot. You don't always have to use your flash inside. You can go outside. You can get it done if you put your mind to it. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below for your favorite part of the video if you have any questions. And yeah, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.